I'm just saying, is this a new generation, old generation, same generation? You're different than what you're supposed to be. You're Moabite, you're Hamite, you're Cushite, you're Edomite, Israelite. I say, I'm just saying, I don't know, but lineage, is one thing. Walk on in what you're walking in, you're walking in it and you reveal it. Sometimes. Sometimes it can be revealed, sometimes they try to hide who they really are. Don't they, people? You ever heard of it? The mask. They got the mask on. Hey, never thought I had a mask to put on. I probably would have put it on. The master of disguise. They got a few of them. No, it's just joking. No, let the mask fall off. You know, seed. If I plant a watermelon seed, am I gonna get a cantaloupe or a squash or a cucumber, a pickle or something? You know what I mean? No, seed is what it is. It's that seed, the apple seed. I eat the apple of its eye, I see. But the people change their seed, they give up they say they have given up their first estate. The first estate. Who did that? Who did that? But you know who you are. Better know. Better know is written. My people perish for they know not who they are. So my people perish for they know not who they are. So our people perish on because they don't know who they are, who they should be serving. Yahweh, the Most High Living One, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rahakadosh. You know, awaken in the land of your captivity. Awaken in the land of your captivity. Have you ever been held captive in this land? Have you ever been held captive in this land by someone? They say, you're like you're kidnapped. It's the way you kidnapped me. You know what I mean? What? How you gonna have a word and it don't mean what it means? Kidnapping is kidnapping, right? So that means I'm going somewhere against my will. I don't want to go there. Where you want to put me in a box? You don't like animals being in the cage. You want to see a bird in the cage? You think the bird want to be in the cage? He's trying to fly. He can't go nowhere. He say, man, you got wings. You're an angel. You got wings, and they want to put you in a box. Put me in a box, and I can't spread my wings, man. I can't fly out of this place. He is of this world is not of me type of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, the deliverer. Who is that? My Lord Yahushua. So, he said, every knee shall bow and confess. And that's what's going to happen. If does he send his word out and it goes back void? I think not. I just said it, repeated it. You know what I mean? Why not? Hopefully you're made in the image. Hopefully you're counted worthy, a part of that number. Yeah, 12,000, 12,000 from each tribe, the 12 tribes. You one person or a group of people say, "Hey, we the people. We the people. You're not the people. You're what we say you are, or what your family say you are, because they're in the delusion. You got a reprobate mind. A double-minded person is unstable in all their ways. I say, a double-minded person is unstable in all their ways. It's like I'm a dude, then I want to become a woman, and I go through certain stages to be doing it, and they cut off me winker. My winker's gone. My winker is gone and he castrated myself, mutilation. And so now I want to be something that I just don't think I was destined to be. But hey, that's on me, baby. That's on me, baby. Can't blame no one. But then maybe I come unhappy with the choices I and live so you want to life. People, I don't want to be here. What did I just do? What did I just do? You see, I say, unstable, retrobate mind and the double-minded person is unstable in all their ways. I don't want to get off track. Unstable in all their ways. Well, if you don't go the way you was born to go, you go another way, then you want to go back the other way. That's unstable in itself. Hey, to each his own. If you can live with it, and let someone else live with it. You like it, I love it. You like it, I love it that you love it. You know what I mean? That means you got high hopes in life and you're feeling good about yourself. Hey, I just knew what I am and I know what I'm not. And I know what someone was and what they claim to be. And it ain't got nothing to do with me. But the thing about it, though, it kind of does. Kind of has something to do with you. And sins and iniquity have reached the heavens. You know what they say? Them, like keep them. It's like Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom. What happened? What happened? You know. So shoot, is that why we got some places that just look so dry? Ain't nothing there, not a tree. Right down here, not a tree there. Just desert. Just gone. You know what really happened? If you wasn't there, you laid the foundation. So this messed up. Zadadoom. Zadadoom. Confirmation. Hear them horns in the background. The choo-choo train, the little engine that could. And I will, if it pleases the Most High. Who do you come in the name of? They're supposed to come in the name of someone they don't know. That don't make no sense. Then I would be unstable. If I'm serving this person, serving this person, serving and serving. Hey, this shh, be quiet. We ain't gonna do none of that. If I know who I am, I know who I am. Don't be trying to tell me who I am. Don't be labeling me. I remember that ish. When I was a kid, you were trying to label it. Is it you without the liquid? Is you without the liquid? He's a runaway. No, I'm trying to live and survive. I was 70s baby, so Grandmaster Flash, broken glass everywhere. People pissing in the alley and they just don't care. You know what I say? Something like that. And Houdini. Yeah, once you see me, then you don't. One love, right? Friends. How many of us have them? Hey, listen. They say they got a friend in JC, and I say angels all around. Angels all around. And whatever else you can think of, you know. There's more of them, on that side. What do you want me to say? Father, can I say that? I don't want to say that because I know, certain things. I don't. Listen, they say the devil, Beelzebub, incubus, succubus, We got whatever you want to call a thing. Who created it? You know what I say? Jezebel. You know what I mean? Oh, you women of Zion that are at ease, listen, and woe unto the inhabitants of earth, who shall stand in that great and terrible day. Shoot, Father, give me the strength, give me the strength, and I shall stand, do I got a twin? Do I got a twin? You say, Archangel Michael, is he an angel or not? Will he stand for the children? And it's my Lord, the man. Like, was that what was going on there? Come down here. I'm chasing you. I'm still chasing you. You was cast down here and I chase you out there too. Whatever you is that ain't supposed to be here. That's how I feel. Get gone, all that drama. All that drama. Drama for what? What was wrong? Yeah, Father, give you life and life in abundance, right? He said, the works I do, you shall do them and greater. Really? Really? You have doubt? You have doubt? You have power. Where your power at? I say power on activation. You know, energy. May it rise to the occasion, any occasion. If it follows this, you know what I mean? You know, where does Samson the people? You know, he get mad. Just leave him alone. You really leave him alone. You know, you're gonna run up on the Incredible Hulk. Is that what it is? You know, you're gonna run up on the Incredible Hulk. You know, when you transform. You know, all that radiation. You know, you're a radiant being. You're a peculiar people, right? Right? Are you peculiar? I know people probably say, listen, because strange. Oh, I said that they probably gotta, probably strike my video because they said ninja. You know what they say? Ninja. This ninja. You know? Yeah, he didn't call by many bywords, many names. Yeah, whatever. Keep calling me out of my name. You know, go ahead. I will curse those that curse thee, and I will those that I would bless them. You know, the abundance. Yeah, I say abundance to you. You know what I mean? But people want to take what you have, even if you don't got nothing. You know, if somebody wanted up, well, yeah, you walk on, and they pull out the thumper, and they be like, "What you got in your pocket, man?" I already know I ain't got nothing. This, think I'm lying. You think it's in my socks. Next thing you know, you have me stripping in the middle of the street because I ain't got nothing in my pocket but lint. Ain't nothing but lint there, brother. Yeah, you got it somewhere. Strip. I knew it was coming. You got it in your underwear? I ain't going down there. It's a strip. Yeah, I don't go that way, but I want what's in your wallet. You know what I mean? Yeah, people be feeling like that. People be doing that everything. Yeah, back in the day, like I say, yeah, the 70s, damn baby. But people used to gank people for their shoes and jackets and stuff. You know, like damn, yeah, they get blood or a hole in the jacket. They still gonna wear the jacket. I'm like, man, you're going to prison. You know, the devil finna come get you. Look at him. He failed the test of life. Right there. He taken something that he didn't create. Wasn't your seed. You know what they say? If it ain't my seed, I don't wanna have. Hey, listen, especially if it's strange. It's a strange fruit. There's a lot of strange fruit and rotten fruit around here. Now, I know people probably didn't listen this long, but if you did and just said, tune in, might be more. My brother say, doom and gloom, doom and gloom. Well, who said they was bringing the sword on the earth? I said, who do you serve? You serve the one that brings the sword upon earth. And there'll be a utter desolation, utter desolation. Hey, people say, hey, sound weird. Yeah, well, is it the truth or not? Have you lost someone? You see something, they say something. Have you ever seen someone been unalive? Back and forth, cops and crooks, cops and crooks are like a murderer from the beginning. Again, mind you with this, you are your father's seed, and the works your father do, you shall do. It was a murderer from the beginning. Man, no bloody man. Shalom.